Now,
This is Dontre the Misfit. I want to welcome all my misfits to the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We got some interesting topics for you. Check it out. Surrounded by enemies, there's a war against masculinity in the globe. Trying to curse me in my soul by reversing gender roles. I didn't fold, I took the thinner road out. Most of the men I know, I said they've been and sold out. I'm sticking to the code. I traveled this whole dimension. Way before the outbreak, I've been practicing social distance. I hold a vengeance against those who are so defensive, who have no intention of not growing socially codependent. They label me crazy, and maybe they right. I'm Trey gonna say what he likes. See, I ain't the one that you able to hype, but straight to the light, and I'm paying the price. Giving you haters new flavors of bite. You gotta make sure that the cadence is right. You already know what it is. I'm a misfit, gotta handle my business. My biology matches my psychology. Fitting in with the world doesn't bother me. I don't subscribe to the ideology. If you think this way, you're probably a misfit, a misfit, a misfit, not accepted by the world. Breaking social barriers. A misfit, a misfit, a misfit, not accepted by the world. This is Dontre the Misfit. I want to welcome all my misfits to the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We got some interesting topics for you. Check it out. Surrounded by enemies, there's a war against masculinity in the globe. Trying to curse me in my soul by reversing gender roles. I didn't fold, I took the thinner road out. Most of the men I know, I said they've been and sold out. I'm sticking to the code. I traveled this whole dimension. Way before the outbreak, I've been practicing social distance. I hold a vengeance against those who are so defensive, who have no intention of not growing socially codependent. They label me crazy, and maybe they right. I'm Trey gonna say what he likes. See, I ain't the one that you able to hype, but straight to the light, and I'm paying the price. Giving you haters new flavors of bite. You gotta make sure that the cadence is right. You already know what it is. I'm a misfit, gotta handle my business. My biology matches my psychology. Fitting in with the world doesn't bother me. I don't subscribe to the ideology. If you think this way, you're probably a misfit, a misfit, a misfit, not accepted by the world. Breaking social barriers. A misfit, a misfit, a misfit, not accepted by the world. This is Dontre the Misfit.
what's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? It's your boy Dontre the Misfit. Shout out to everybody, man, that's tuning in right now, man. Let me get this banner up off of me. Let's get this banner off. Whatever's going on, let me get this banner off of me, man, for a second. It's overlaid. There we go. Here we go. That's more like it. What's happening, man? What's happening? What's going on, y'all? We definitely in the building tonight. We just gonna hit you with some heavy topics real quick. First things first, shout out to all the misfits, all the cats that don't fit in this world, all my guys that's in the manosphere, all my guys, man, that has been through the most with these modern women and are still here, still maintaining their masculine frame and doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the fellas that's in here. Shout out to all the ladies that's in here tonight that realize that you are a modern woman and you are changing your modern woman ways. We mess with you the long way, and that is the strong way, okay? Straight up, straight up. So tonight, man, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about stuff that you already know. Now, many of us have experienced violent women, but we live in a society that women are able to be damsels in distress and to play the victim while they are being malicious behind the scenes. And we're just gonna bring a little bit light to that. And we're gonna start off by reading this little article. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Here we go. So this says that after baby shower, pregnant Austin woman kill unborn child's father, prosecutors say. So this really happened in Chicago, low key. So you could take a look at that, man. You guys see that? This is after a baby shower, man. Just think about that shit. Now, we all know that in the black community, the baby shower is the new wedding reception. You know what I'm saying? The closest thing that the average black woman will get to marriage will be a baby shower. So they go all out for these things. Now, we don't know how many kids she have based on the information that we have right now. But what we do know is that in the Black community, women have these baby showers all the time. It don't matter how many baby daddies, it don't matter how many babies they have, they are still going to celebrate having a bastard baby into this world. It don't even matter. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next. Boom. I don't know if you guys can read that. I don't know if you guys can read that. I don't look like I can even read it completely, but we're going to go with it for what we can see. It says, baby shower with friends and family. Golden Sydney and other relatives returned to her apartment in the 500 block of West Augusta around 3 a.m. Sunday. The 33-year-old Golden and Sydney, 29, argue over who would use the microwave to reheat leftovers. According to prosecutors, they said Golden knocked the plate out of Sydney's hand, and Sydney pushed her down on the counter. Sydney's uncle separated Sydney from Golden, and Sydney went into the bedroom. Holding knife, Golden pushed past uncle and went into the room and stabbed Sydney in the leg, according to prosecution, who said Golden dropped the knife and left out the apartment. Sydney had suffered a wound to his femoral artery and died at Mount Sinai Hospital. Golden's mother, Golden's mother, who has talked with Golden from jail, said her daughter was distraught over Sydney's death. Ain't that a bitch? Are you guys reading this shit? Comment section, what is going on? What is fucking going on here? This woman this is what I'm saying. These women take things to the extreme. Okay, we have all got into petty arguments. That ain't nothing but our child in it. That's nothing but our inner child. That's nothing but the immature boy and girl inside of us doing these things. Now, at some point in time, you have to make a decision to say, hey, are we going to shut this down or are we going to keep this moving forward? But what excuses a person? What gives a person the justification to go stab someone in an argument? It's just crazy how these women think. And there are women that are listening to this right now that will really back up and say, well, she probably didn't feel safe. Nothing justifies you killing somebody, you stabbing somebody. I was in a relationship with somebody, and we fought like cats and dogs, but I never pulled out no weapon. We got into an argument. She grabs a knife. And now that she grabs a knife, I have to meet her ass at the counter, fight her with a knife in her fucking hand. And as I'm hitting this woman, as I'm putting my hands on this female, she don't want to let go of the knife because the only thing she wants to do is stick that knife inside of me. So I had to keep hitting her and to the point where her face swelled all the way up because she refused to let the knife go. I've been in these situations. The only thing is I survived. That is a life or death situation. Let's read more. Okay. It says 8 months pregnant. Golden on Friday was court ordered held in jail $2 million with the appearance before judge scheduled for less than 2 weeks before her due date. Her court opponent attorney said, excuse me, this is so small, y'all. The October 22 stabbing wasn't the first time an argument between Golden and her boyfriend, Calvin Sydney, turned violent, prosecutors said in the bail hearing. Between June and September, police reported being called to Golden's home 5 times to respond to domestic violence incidents. 4 of those times, the pregnant woman said Sydney had choked and punched and slapped and pushed her. So now they're saying that she has a track record of this dude Sydney, Calvin Sydney, putting his hands on her. So they're gonna create They're going to create this narrative that he was physically abusive. So let's just be real here. Most of the time when you're dealing with these type of women, it's just not domestic violence, it's mutual combat. Meaning she's probably the one that called the police so that women are very calculated. She probably called the police to create a track record so that one day she can get away with murder. Or if she don't get away with murder, she'll get a lesser sentence because of the prior history. These are how calculated these women really are, bro. Let's be perfectly honest here. So when we read these situations, we're not gonna act like she's just the victim, she this and that. Look how extra she was. She pushed past the guy, pushed past her uncle to get to the man to kill him, to stab him in his damn leg. Man, I remember I got stabbed before, man, by a woman. I woke up, I passed out on the floor, woke up, and the ambulance and the paramedics were there. I never wanted to tell on a motherfucker so bad in my life. Said in July, Golden took an order of protection against Sydney. That's what they do. They'll go get a protection order. They'll do all the right steps in order to get off of a murder. Saying he punched her in the face, according to the court records and police reports. In August, Sydney declined to press charges after Golden cut his neck badly enough to send him to the hospital. Come on. This man didn't even put the bitch in jail when she cut him. He could have put her in jail then. See, this is what happens when you don't call the police on these bitches. This is what happens when you keep playing this game. They'll keep doing it. The only thing women respect is power. That is fucking insane, y'all. That's it. July, Golden took an order of protection against Sydney, saying he punched her in the face. Go to Okay, we already read that. It was just toxic, these two, said Golden's mother, Tarisha Ellis, but they loved each other. If he could raise up right now, they wouldn't have no case because he would never want charges against her. Do you hear that fucking shit? God damn. That is fucking crazy, man. That is insane. That is insane, man. We bringing in guests now. We bringing in guests. Come on, man. Get up in here.
Damn shame, boy. Damn shame.
Hey, man, we get it in tonight.
What up, bro?
What's going on, man? That's absolutely insane, man. Did you guys hear that?
Elizabeth Bathory. Oh. Do you know who Elizabeth Bathory is?
I don't know, but who's Delmar?
Yeah, that's me, bro.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to make sure you were somebody for real.
Yes, sir.
I think I hear a baby in the background.
Yeah, that's my 4-year-old. That's my boy.
Watch out, they dangerous. Them toddlers is dangerous, Delmar. They attack you at any given time.
Who attacking me, bro?
Yeah, those toddlers will attack at any time. Watch yourself. Don't trust them,
well,
baby.
He's a yes, sir kind of toddler. I've been there since day one.
Okay, he all good. Then he know better.
Yeah, yes, sir type of toddler. You know, I was the first one to hold him when he popped out. So, you know.
I was the same way with my daughter, my friend. That's a hell of an honor, my friend.
Yes, sir. So he knows.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Discipline from the get-go. So okay, did you guys hear the article?
Yeah, and I said Elizabeth Bathory. Do you know who Elizabeth Bathory is?
Okay, while everybody to kind of keep so that we can have a quality feed, if you're not talking, go ahead and mute your mic.
Elizabeth Bathory, about a couple of centuries ago in Europe, right? This chick went on a killing spree, but she was royalty. And she was killing people for years. I'm talking about she used to bathe in young girls' blood. The chick was like one of the greatest serial killers ever. They still didn't put her to death. They still didn't put her in jail. And what ended up happening was they gave her extended house arrest while everybody else around her died for her crimes. Does that sound familiar?
Sounds very familiar. Go ahead, continue.
This privilege that females have had in society, it's always been there. You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like this is something that's new. Even violence in females, it's not new. It's not new at all. You know, you just had another situation in Chicago where a pregnant girl thought she was such a badass that she was gonna jump in a car full of niggas and tell them stick them up. Well, that didn't work out too well for her. They did what they were supposed to do to anybody who tries to rob them, and they still tried to spin it around like she was a victim. They are protected in a privileged class, and right now, modern women are worse than racist white men in the 60s. They feel like it's right. It's their right to attack you. It's their right to assault you. And when you sit up there and say, "Hey, I'm a human being," they literally look at you like, "Huh?" I'll let you guys go ahead and expound from that. I just wanted to lay that as a foundation. I'll jump back in because I'm gonna talk about Brittany Griner bitch beating ass in a little bit, but I'll let y'all play for a little bit.
All right, man. You crazy. Check this out. I don't know if you guys remember the sequence of events that happened during the article, but the first thing was they're arguing over a plate. Oh yeah, man, I'm PlayStation all day. They're arguing over a plate, right? So nothing of this caliber situation deserves the extreme that was given.
No.
So what is going on inside of a woman's mind, in the modern woman's mind, where she feels the need to take excessive force? Because what happened was the uncle got between them and she moved past the uncle in order to get to somebody in another room. So that means that at this particular point, all of the precautions of what do you call it, of building a case gets thrown out the door, because that's what she was doing. She built a case. She was trying to build a case on this man to justify taking him out. Do you see that?
Well, the thing is, I agree with you on that, because that's just that's common. That's what all of them do. They always have that in their back pocket. The crazy part is there's always an intent to take you out at any given time. They just don't know when it's gonna happen. You got to understand, these women look at us like pets. You ever have an older cousin or an older uncle that was really into dogs, and you thought he was being hard on the pit bull, and he told you, "No, shorty, don't tell me what to do with my dog"? That's the modern female when it comes to her man or her baby daddy. That's her pet. He's not human. How dare you insist that she has to treat him like human and like he's a human and acknowledge his humanity? No, that's like trying to keep somebody from kicking their dog when they get mad at him.
He Mr. 3/5.
Ooh,
I like that, Mr. 3/5. Yes, sir.
Man, you kicking, man.
But it's true. You can see it in her attitude. You can see it in the attitude of most modern women. Most modern females. You see it in their attitude. Like I said, they worse than racist white boys in the 60s.
They got that mammy vibe.
Yeah, remember how shocked the white boys was when 65, 68 came around and everybody started telling them, "Hey, man, you just can't be whooping on niggas like that no more." Really? Since when? Come 1972, they was like, "Oh, y'all serious? You really don't want me to slap it on you, huh, boy?"
Yeah, absolutely. She
If the law doesn't require you to exercise humanity towards another person, they will not do it.
They will not do it. Did you guys read the part of the article where it says that she stabbed him in the neck and he didn't call the police?
He's stupid.
I met a
Come
dude.
on now. I need you guys to take on the mentality, because we all know men that been through this. Now, I'm one of the niggas that been.
We gotta do them like they do us.
Man,
I was the nigga that got stabbed that didn't tell.
Dang.
Well, let me tell you the same thing. Okay, there you go. Left. First of all, hang your head. Hang your head. Hang your head. Go ahead, hang your head.
Hey, nigga, I already did it. I ain't gonna finna hold my head down for too
you got
long.
to hang your head as an example to
I'll be pushing one of you niggas' heads underwater if I just hold my shit down for too long.
Listen, you got to hang your head as an example so the rest of these niggas know that's not cool.
Shit, nigga, I hung shit. I was in the damn hospital hung.
Bruh, listen, that's even more reason you should have called them people on that hoe. What's wrong with you?
Shit, nigga, I'm gonna tell you what. You know how it is when niggas
like that, hoe.
When niggas transitioning out of streets and they got that no snitching bullshit stuck in them. I'm a snitch, nigga. I'm a snitch.
Listen,
I'm telling.
I don't even look at it as being a snitch. It's from a player point of view, bitch. I'm like Lex Luthor, Monty Burns. How dare you put your motherfucking monkey ass hands on me? Get rid of this bitch. Make her suffer for it.
Yeah, you got to, brother. The best form of advice. Oh yeah, and we're gonna give whoever. Somebody got their $25. I think it was you, bro. Hold up. I think it was you. Somebody said, you know, what would I do if somebody put their hands on me? I don't know who that was, but somebody said slap her masculine ass or something.
Well, I'm more of a choke artist. You know, I probably won't go closed fist, but you definitely get that wrap around the neck. Bart Simpson, you get Simpson.
Now see, these brothers are honorable when it comes to it. I'm the nigga that's gonna set you up. Stranger danger, bitch. I'm calling the police on you. I'm making some shit up. I'm making show your ass. Nigga, I got friends that sell dope. I'm gonna have them put some dope on you while you driving, bitch. Real talk. I'm finna make your life a living hell. You motherfucker put your hands on me, ho. Watch and learn.
Absolutely. We definitely got to be some repercussion, and the best way to do it outside of optimizing street politics is to report that reporter ass.
Well, see, the thing is, you gotta understand, bro. These hoes know the street game, and they depend on us going back to the street game. And remember, you understand, they wrote most of it, so we'll be under their control. The majority of the game that we was given was to be subservient to them. The majority. Listen, there wouldn't even be no dope game if it wasn't for these old bum ass bitches. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
How many young niggas? Listen, how many young niggas? I'm talking about they was good niggas. 13, 14. I'm talking about motherfucker want to be a scientist. Then he seen that old big booty LaQuisha. Big booty LaQuisha told this motherfucker, boy, I can't even give you the time of day if you don't gang bang or sell dope. Come on now. Am I lying, y'all?
I mean, it was part of the perpetual state, but initially it was all about neutralizing the uprising of the Black Messiah.
Nigga, listen, if niggas, if the bitches and if these bitches were actually like geeks and intelligent men, niggas would have invented time travel by the year 1997.
Yeah, bro, but come on, we can't expect. We understand the systematic attack that came in our culture. We get that. But we can't knock that. We can't dismiss that in the conversation.
Hold on. Listen, that's you the host. You the host. Delmar is the responsible daddy. Look at my name. My name tells you what I came here for. We all play our part.
We all play our part. but it all
You can
start.
be
But
fair. You
all
can
of
be
our
fair.
parts start with the foundation,
Hold
and the
on.
foundation is
You can be
okay.
fair. I came here for blood.
Okay, that's fine. Well, but let's put it in proper context. And in the 1960s, bro, we was at our height of unity,
Yeah.
right? In the
Yeah.
1960s, we was at our height of unity while they was
Yes, sir.
assassinating all our leaders and waging a biological and a financial war against us. Okay,
Okay,
we
hold
were
on. I'm glad you said that, but let it be known that the first person to attempt Dr. Martin Luther to attempt to assassinate Dr. Martin Luther King was a black woman. Just want to point that out.
okay, man. We not okay. We can't knock that. We can't knock the
What you mean you
participation
can't knock that?
of black women, huh? We
What you
can't
mean?
participate. We can't knock the continual history of black women being used as weapon against black men. Okay, we can go back and we can find fact after fact after
Slavery
fact
days,
of
like the
this.
mammies, way back to the mammies, right?
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
we
It's
can
been a
do that.
problem. It's been a problem, and this is the thing. We acknowledge that it's a problem, and we acknowledge they betrayal, and we acknowledge how bogus they been, but we don't want to give them. We don't want to let them hold the weight and full weight of it. I think that's the problem. See,
Okay, wait a
let,
minute,
let,
wait a
let me
minute.
let
No,
me
hold up.
this
Let me make
analogy,
the
brother.
point before you make a new point. Hold up. You ain't finna ADD me.
Okay, my bad.
You was talking about the women are the reason why this, that, and the
Yeah,
third.
yes, sir.
Okay, check this out. Okay, we do have to give it over to women that say on they end they chose welfare and feminism over the black family unit.
Right.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
we can do it. We're gonna have our shows where we break down the 1965 Lyndon B. Johnson thing. We're gonna also talk about the second wave feminism and how black women appropriated it. We're gonna get more into that.
Title
But
IV,
that was
all
the
that.
start. But men had a part in it when it came to how they embraced the drugs that was thrown in they face. Even though black women were giving were black women were given the jobs that black men couldn't get because it was the government that was controlling women to get those jobs
yeah.
so that they can be the head of household at the time. We could have done something different collectively instead of embracing the dope game.
Wait, see, hold on. We didn't embrace the dope gang. Hold on.
We did.
No. Them sisters embraced the dope gang. We didn't embrace the dope gang.
Yeah,
We
we did.
no, we did, bro. No, we didn't, bro. No, we didn't. No, we did not, bro. I got it.
Man, you need okay. Let's stay right here. Tell me why we
I
didn't
saw.
embrace the dope game.
I'm 43 years old, bro. I lived through the super predator era. I saw it with my own eyes, bro. You had a lot of working black men, right? Who wasn't even trying to sell dope. You did what I'm saying? Selling dope was really, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the majority. It wasn't even really popping like that. It wasn't even popular like that. People forget the dope house closed at 10 p.m. You did what I'm saying? It was only a certain type of cats that even sold dope. Most dudes was working class dudes that was out here hustling with their hands. Mm. In the 80s and the early 90s, it wasn't selling dope wasn't a lifestyle yet until the late 90s and the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Before then, the majority of brothers, the majority of fathers, the majority of good brothers out here, they weren't selling no dope, bro. They was out here trying to get jobs. And if they couldn't get a job, they made jobs for themselves. And that's the part that people don't talk about. But you had a lot of these sisters, if you wasn't making no money, and if you didn't have no money on hand, if you wasn't no flashy ass money Mitch ass nigga, man, motherfuckers disrespected you. I saw my father worked for himself all my motherfucking life. I saw how motherfuckers start disrespecting the working class nigga and motherfuckers start praising the dope dealer. I saw it with my own eyes, bro. You dig what I'm saying? The only reason we motherfucking and even so-called embraced dope culture Man, that was because motherfucker, that's what the bitches was on. That's what the bitches like. That's it.
I humbly disagree. I cannot put the reason why black men collectively in every inner city in America then crossed
Because
over
we
was
supposed to
because
be
of
the
bitches.
leaders in any case.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
we ain't
saying?
doing
Any
that.
case, we the men. We can't let them control what we do.
Yep.
Like,
I agree with you on
that's
that.
that part.
So
Like, you
that's where the
know.
accountability come in as men.
Oh yeah.
We can't
Mhm.
be out here stomping on these women, modern women, necks for being out of order, and we don't take the accountability.
And we ain't starting it first, right?
We
Oh,
can't
These people,
do that, Jack.
but I'm saying I am just talking about what I saw. What I saw with
I
my
mean,
own eyes.
and I agree because I agree to a certain degree because you gotta understand we was being falsely thrown in prison a lot.
right?
There was certain things that was happening because it was a war against us, and the war
Mm-hmm.
He's
was to fill
already
up the
put out the
prison,
house for the
right?
welfare system.
Yep. It's the
So
super predator.
I mean, so we was survive. We was in survival mode,
Yeah. But you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that's what
right?
I was
You know what
saying.
I'm saying?
A lot of cats couldn't get jobs because affirmative action. Feminism ate affirmative action up, and affirmative action was originally for us to be the leaders in the household. You did what I'm saying? That's where they got the majority of their funding from. Truth be told, you did what I'm saying. But it was a lot of cats out here when they couldn't get jobs, bro. They was out here working with their hands. What I'm saying is, man, shit dried up, and it's changed to where it turned into a drug culture. It just what a lot of people like to depict the 80s and the 90s as the majority of niggas was selling drugs. No, that shit just didn't start to become a lifestyle until motherfucking
Definitely got some good points, bro. Definitely got some good points, but we still gotta take the onus first. You know what I'm saying? As men, you know, we gotta take control first. You know, we gotta lead by example. We can't stoop to their level. You know what I'm saying? As far as like bashing and all that, getting on them and all. The fact is, we all know what happened. It's time for solutions. You know what I'm saying? It's time to, you know, figure out, okay, now what? We all know what happened. We all know what it is. I mean, that's living in the past. Still keep talking about it. It's like, what do we
guess
do?
what? Their attitude towards us, hence that article, shows that they attitude towards us and they the way that they perceive us is still the way that comes from the past. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
that's
That
right.
to me, that's only because there ain't not enough of men of us out here like speaking our truth and just like leading. You know what I'm saying?
What
Getting
happens
these
if you
young brothers on point. There ain't enough of us.
okay, hold on. What
It's
happens
too
when
many sips. The
you
sips is the
though?
loudest.
Man, they send their attack dogs. Tyree Nichols. Tyree Nichols.
The
He
go along, get alongs. You know what I'm saying?
spoke up like a man, and guess what? She sent her attack dogs at that man.
Okay, we understand that black women have a machine behind them. Okay, I mean because the only reason why the black woman was empowered was to take us out. This is
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
The white man don't care about the black woman outside of
Not at
sex
all.
and service.
Not at all. Not at
That's
all.
it. This would be 100% real. So now we at a place of where we can kind of see the pathology of why things are what they are.
Yeah.
But these things, a lot of us is coming out of our modern manhood. Okay.
Facts.
I think the
Modern manhood is
stepping up
okay.
though. You
I
got
call
that.
modern.
Come on.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Let me cook for a second, man. I'm gonna give you the damn spoon.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
Let me cook for. Let me stir the pot for a
Got me
little
all
bit.
wound up. I'm sorry, brother.
So when a modern woman is basically a dude with boobs. Her mindset, she has the biology of a woman, but the mentality of
Dude.
a man that's not accountable, a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, a modern man is a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
He's a man that has the shell of
Bitch rape. Bitch look.
he has the he,
Bitch
he
made.
has the shell of a man, but the mentality of a
Female.
female.
Yep.
So I just got out my bitch assness for a long time. I thought I was a real nigga because I'll do something to you, right? because I can get money and I would take it a step further than what you would really do, because you probably had more to lose than I did at the time anyway. Just because I would do something to you and I can get to some bread, I thought that's what made me a real man.
Yep.
Bro. So I just got out of that about 7 years ago.
Congratulations, bro.
So I was a bitch ass nigga for about 30 years, homie. Just think about that. And I'm one of the smart ones. I'm one of the niggas throughout my whole 30 you could have pulled to the side and had a decent conversation with. Right?
Yes, sir.
I'm one of them. Now nobody sat down with me and really and gave it to me where it made sense and it changed my direction like that. But I still had it because along the way, incrementally, I built myself into this man that I am today.
That's from doing it on your own. That's single motherism at its very finest.
Right.
That's
and once
the product of single motherism. Like, we all coming into the game late. But see, that's the beauty of us being men. You feel me? The fact is, we don't have a wall. We could wake up one day and say, you know what? I got to turn this around, put in the work. And in 5 years, 6 years, we're ready to lead and protect and do what men do. We don't have a wall. We could start it at any time. Whereas our counterparts, they only have a certain number of years to get it together.
Yeah.
Once they hit that wall, it's undefeated. It's carnage. Once that wall hit, once some eggs get to frying, you start off at like 3-4 million as a young lady. By the time it's over, you got like 1,000. Like, you done. You know what I'm saying? Whereas us, we could go and go and go. As long as we putting in the work, had that will.
Man, we got some crazy ass comments out here, boy.
Also, if I could add to that, men have the ability to reinvent themselves and live life in chapters. You see what I'm saying? Females, I don't think they can do that. They rely too much on the gynae. You dig what I'm saying? And that can only go so far. And I think they get kind of shocked when that can only go so far. You know what I'm saying? Man, we can do several rises and falls in our lifetimes and be all good and still end up on top. I don't think women can do the same thing. They don't have the same ability to reinvent themselves.
No, they don't. They don't. And man, it's crazy that you talking. They got the subtitles while you talking. They like all your words is coming out at the same time.
Oh, bro.
That's dope. Hold up, man. Let's just jump inside the chat because we got the misfits in the track in the chat doing misfit type shit. Rico Perkins said live and direct player. What's up, Rico? Yada Ben Yisrael, the original misfit, said in a situation like that, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. He talk about, defending yourself. Yada said, rather be judged by 12 than what?
Man, carried by 6.
That's what he said. Rico said, exactly 100. Why do women hate calculated, smart, wise men? That's a good question, and we should sit on that for a second.
It goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's this whole if the slave can read thing. You know what I'm saying? Anybody seen 12 Years a Slave?
I hate that motherfucker.
Hell no, I ain't see that movie. Why I click back on with that?
I'm sorry, damn, that was awkward as hell.
I don't watch no slave movies.
I seen it, and I get the storyline. I get you. What's going on?
It's the same concept. You know what I'm saying? You smart, and you ain't supposed to be smart. You're supposed to be functional. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be pleasant, but you ain't supposed to be smart. You see what I'm saying?
If you truly look at this, when I was a bitch ass nigga,
It's over now, brother. It's over. It's
All right,
over.
well
Like,
Preach.
we're gonna talk, we're gonna put it
greatest
out there
Britney
because
song ever.
there's still some bitch ass niggas out there that need to know that they
Amen.
bitch ass niggas.
Amen. Amen.
It is what it is.
Preach, brother.
When I was a bitch ass nigga, when a woman had control of me inadvertently, when a woman had control of me, when I started elevating myself as a man, that became a problem. Hey, boy, I used to wonder why I got so much pushback when I was trying to do certain shit. Because me elevating mean that she would have to take a back seat.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You elevate.
You know, I used to wonder why, you know, she didn't mind me getting no bread as long as she had a clever way to get the money up out of me.
Mm-hmm. Just think about it.
She never wanted me to have too much money in my pocket.
Never.
Because if I could do too much, then that means that I could shake a little bit.
Woo!
And it wasn't until I shook the spot, because I always had a street education, and I had enough street philosophy to know a little something, but I was blinded because I gave somebody the benefit of the doubt that wasn't supposed to have it. I was choosing love over logic instead of logic over love.
Not knowing what logic is, love, baby.
Bro, there's a lot of niggas that'll knock your shit back out there that's being controlled by a female.
Happens every day.
I'm telling you, they are ferocious. They are vicious. They are apex predators in the street, but motherfucking bunny rabbits in the crib.
Man.
Very emotional. Yes.
Oh, I'm talking about, man, it's sad, man.
I'm telling you, dog.
Very docile.
And I just want to say this: when somebody's on a pedestal, they damn sure don't want you elevating, because the more you elevate, then you realize, hold on, bitch, you ain't really that high. See, you can't worship a motherfucker and y'all at the same level. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they say partners. That's why they don't say, you know, husbands anymore, because husband represents headship.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see you eye to eye, but when you a man and you operating in your purpose, bruh, you don't look for no partner. You look for a damn secretary.
Amen. You need some
CEO
help.
don't want no fucking CEO. He want a secretary.
You need help. Helpmate.
Yep.
Notice they want to call you partner, but you still got to call them wife.
Yep, exactly.
Because they
somebody got an echo. We got another phone somewhere.
Still echo.
Yeah, you got to mute it. If you got another phone, you got to mute one of them. There you go. There you go. That way we keep the quality of the feed, because this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be chopping these feeds, putting them on TikTok, putting them on YouTube.
Something just happened to my son.
Twitter. We're gonna put them on Facebook. So we want to make sure that we putting down a quality stream so that we can get this message out there to all the other bitch ass niggas. It's fucked up. Yo, that should be fucking me up. Hey, you mute. You got to talk to us. You got to unmute us. Let's go to the next question. He said, men need to stop giving these treacherous cows a break. Yeah, that's true. What's up? Ross Cansbury TV. What's up, TV? Tapping in from Compton. Hey, shout out to Compton. Shout out to the west side. Cause I woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before my day begins, before my mama start bitching about my friends. Hey, hold on. Hey, shout out to Compton.
All right,
that's a hip hop mecca right there, baby. That's a hip hop mecca.
Yes, sir. Take nothing from it.
Hey, man. Hey, where's you from, homie?
Pittsburgh.
You from the Burg?
Stiller town, you know.
Hey, you know what? I met a few brothers from Pittsburgh. They had a lot of game.
Hey man, you know I ain't really got game. I'm just me, man. I ain't got time for game. I gotta focus, man. I done, got a late start in this life here, man. So I had
Yeah,
to, get over being angry. You know what I'm saying? I
talk
had to
to her.
get over blaming everybody, and I had to get over just not being accountable.
Yep,
Once you get over that, then that's when you can really start to grow. You know what I mean?
yep. That's
So
facts. That's the beginning.
yeah, so I'm at that. I just got my first promotion here last August, and it's up from here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's all good. Like I said, got my boy. We hang out a lot. He in the bed now because it's grown up time. So and I'm working it, and that's it, man. That's all we could do.
Yeah, man. You a do daddy. You a do daddy.
Mhm.
Yada said, man, that pussy pass is a hell of a thing. Yamina Thomas laughed. Brian Brady said, you are outnumbered. Brian, go ahead and send your damn shit to the live screen so you can get up on here, B. He said, if you're gonna take anything over you, you have to do it with an iron fist. Man, look at this one right here. I don't know if you can see that on the screen.
Yeah.
It says, man, fuck these black females. Jesus. Shit
Yeah.
ain't changing. It's over. They're never gonna respect us. They belong to their master. Fuck they one night stand babies too. Let her strong. Don't be the man.
Smoking.
Protect and provide for herself and their pet sons and daughters.
Yeah.
Man, yo. So how do you man?
Gotta play
Hey,
taps on them, boy. That's a moment of silence
God damn, man.
for the black community.
Buddy been holding
It's
back.
over.
God damn.
Damn, B. I
Man.
don't know, man. The live, it might not even make sense to even do anymore.
God damn. And you know what? And it's true. You know, it's kind of weird because, with this platform, I've had the luxury of bumping into some women that's in that change mindset that I whoop their ass every day mentally, and they come to me with the digesting the information. Some of them been digesting it for a year or two. So I can
Well,
see,
and a lot of them, I would bet you, are close to the wall or just hit it
yeah,
and just now figuring out, you ain't gonna be able to get what your aspirations are based on the work that you've done and coming to that realization. I mean, sometimes it's like it's hard, and they come to you, hey, well, thank you for kind of waking me up, out the matrix. You know what I'm saying?
and
On
they can still find value if they're realistic about their value.
exactly, they can still get something. They can still have longevity, legacy.
Right.
They can still have legacy because
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
gonna
it's really
require a whole
about.
bunch of humility, but they can get it. So,
I know
we
a
can't,
whole bunch, boy. Woo!
but collectively, it's over. I mean, we're not gonna be able to combat that. What do you call this? I call it the machine. We're not gonna be able to combat this social construct that has been designed and that's been on autopilot for 70 years in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. We got about 40, 50 more years, y'all guys. If we dead, we go on to the next life. It's over with when it comes to our contribution and seeing it change on a massive scale. The best thing we can do is find our little piece of heaven. If that's a African American woman, I really believe the African American woman has been compromised to the point of no return. If you want a black woman, you're gonna have to get you a woman from the West Indies somewhere, if that, or Africa,
Somebody with
somewhere
no
else.
internet.
Yeah, that's true. You got to
No,
get somewhere with some
no
traditional
TV.
values. That's right. Like I said, I believe my wife is barefoot and hungry in Africa right now, waiting for her husband. You
You
know
say
what
with
I'm saying?
that big old stomach?
I ain't saying the big old
I'm
stomach.
just fucking with you, bro.
She might got some dirty
That's a
feet and a
joke,
big old booty, but she ain't got no big ass stomach.
bro. You know how they be hungry? They had that little, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, they wrong. They wrong for projecting that about Africa like that.
No, yeah.
They dirty
Hey.
because there's
And they was
oases out there that look better than places in the States. The States is the one that look like trash.
right. Facts.
Yikes! God
So,
damn.
you know,
Look at look at Timothy. Look at my homie Timothy up in here. What's up? What you mean? What you mean you can't request to get on live? You gotta take on the You gotta take the link. I don't know how to get in this chat anymore. You gotta take the link and then put it in the browser. You gotta take the link and plug in. Is that what you did? You took the link and you plugged it in the browser and it took you here? I think that's what you have to do. All right. He said we trying to save these black females. Brady said they filled up with semen and other men that makes them toxic. Ooh.
oh no.
Hey man, that DNA is a motherfucker. That DNA don't ever leave.
No, it don't.
That's
It
what I'm
don't. You
saying.
gotta make good choices.
It creates a chemistry. It creates a formula inside of their bodies, bro. Like they don't understand that there's a spiritual concept that comes along with who you sleep with, dog. It don't go away.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even breed our dogs with mutts. We don't breed our animals with lesser breeds. Woo. But these women will procreate with anything with a tainted past.
That Title
Completely
4.
tainted. Yikes.
That Title 4. It's a bad mug, boy.
Jesse DeFrida says that's too much bullshit. She said that's such bullshit. Thanks for the laugh, though. What bullshit? You must. Oh yeah, sis. Are you ready for the smoke? Won't you bring your ass on this camera so we can have a logical conversation? Because you hollering a lot back there, man. You might somebody stepped on your goddamn baby toe. Brian said, Jesse, how the fuck you think you get pregnant? You bond with their DNA. You don't even know about your own body. Timothy in the building, man. Go ahead and send that. Hold up, let me see if I can send this request. I'm crazy, man. That shit crazy as hell. Jesse said, no women on live tonight. Dontre Senior Time. Why don't you come on? Come on the damn live then. If you want to be on the live shit, go ahead, get on the damn live, man, and let's have a conversation because we ain't going to talk to you with no feelings. We coming straight off the top.
I'm with you, Mina. It's possible. It does take some reprogramming.
Yep.
I'm with that.
Hey,
That's a
Jesse,
positive mindset. That's what we need first.
Yep.
Positive mindset.
Positive mindset. Jesse
Okay.
said, look at all the women that has been with their husbands, that has only been with their husbands are not crazy. Timothy said they dropped off the kids and are out.
Oh yeah, what's it, Saturday?
He said I can't chime in. They won't let me send a live. Yes, they will, man. Hold up, hold up, bro.
Doing them wrong, yeah. That's crazy. Positive. Gotta think positive.
I like the way you think.
We ain't gonna get anywhere just always going back to what happened and all that. It's not gonna happen. You know.
No.
And you're not even individually, you're not even going to track what you're really looking for by always speaking out of what you don't want. It's just against the law of attraction, you know. You constantly saying what you don't want, and it's just not gonna work.
I'm sending everybody the live stream in Facebook, so y'all can't say I ain't sent it to you now. Who else wants the live stream? Oh, we got one guest coming in, Jessie, with her cowboy hat.
What's up, y'all?
Girl, what's going on?
Nothing. Look, I'm one of the women that's dropping the kids off so I can go out. Fuck these kids.
Oh,
Fuck these
shit.
kids. Shit, we a mama
Oh,
24/8. If I go out, why do you fucking care if I'm going out? Listen, it's my life. I take care of my kids, but mama gotta have fun too.
So where are you at with this? Like I seen you shaking up shit in the comment section. I'm trying to
Yeah,
see where you at with it. What's up?
the whole the different DNA making us toxic. That's bullshit. So yeah, that's bullshit.
Hey, they saying that different dick is making you toxic.
That's bullshit. Just 'cause we
Girl,
got,
you is toxic.
I'm
You
not
toxic.
toxic. And I'm
You
not toxic
toxic
at
as
all.
hell.
I'm not toxic at
I bet.
all. I
Hey
just
man,
make they pull out game weak. That's it.
hey man, hey you one of the coldest motherfuckers west of the Mississippi, man, for real.
I just
I ain't
own my
lying.
shit.
You a real outlaw. I see why
Okay.
you got on that cowboy hat for real. Like
And I'm
you
going
not you.
to
We gonna start calling you Jesse James.
Bow Tie's birthday party in a minute. I got the whole get up on my boots.
Oh yeah. She's poison.
Fuck
Poison.
you. Not
Hey, but you
poison.
know what? It's a movie when you do it though. You make it look like a movie. It's a movie.
I just have a good time. No offense. Like I tell you all the time, I live my life for me. Like everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but I'm not
Yeah,
entitled to give a
everybody
fuck. There's a
is.
difference.
But if you don't think that if you don't think that it's spiritually conflicting or mentally conflicting, dealing with different type of mentalities, time after time after time, that's just not realistic. Even for men, you know what I'm saying? Like what a woman is, if a woman is in her proper space, if she's operating in her gender role, and that's to follow a man. You can't just be following man after man after man after man after man after man after man and have a healthy mentality.
Why
Can't
can't
be.
you? That's what therapy is for.
Well, because I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah. What? But why need therapy when you can live a therapeutic lifestyle?
Because you can't physically make somebody want to be in a relationship. Shit ends for all different reasons, but I can only be accountable for my own actions and for me. But if I can get therapy after that, instead of taking that baggage with me onto the next relationship, so we not having the same bullshit fights that I was having in the last one. Now, if that's happening, then yeah, you toxic as. But like I say all the time, to each his own.
I don't approve of therapy.
Well, that sucks for you because it definitely works. It definitely works.
Only reason I say I don't approve therapy because again, we are being dependent on other people to navigate us through our lives instead of having that structure set up at home. Because I'm like, you got to think about this. For me as a parent, if I can't sit there and give my child for what they want, if I run into somebody else to support me, then what that says about my structure of my household. Because women think it's okay because women like to talk. As a man, you're supposed to be the one. If anybody needs anything from you, you're supposed to be able to give it to them when they need it. So I can't see myself running to some therapist talking about my problems when they got their own problems. You got to figure that out for yourself. You got to figure that out before you make another life to figure that out for yourself. It just makes sense to me.
Can I add something to this? I
What?
believe that everybody needs their therapy, right? And that don't necessarily mean going to see some white motherfucker on a couch. Um,
That's what I
things
mean.
things that are therapeutic is like ventilation, like having a council of men that are wise, that have a certain level of understanding, that have foresight. That's not all, where you're not living where you're living a proactive life instead of a reactive life. When you live a reactive life, you make bad decisions, then you get therapy. You make bad decisions, then you get therapy. You make bad decisions, and you get therapy. Instead of having a therapeutic mindset and living in a level of accountability and discipline where you don't keep falling into these perpetuative traps over and over and over and over and over again, because even then that weighs down on the spirit.
Yeah,
Ain't no way. The
I
soul
prove
is your
I prove of that because I'm like a brotherhood. Like a lot of men don't have a lot of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of some dudes don't like. They don't get able to talk to their uncle, their grandparents, and things like that. Like people that supposed to navigate you through your life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to have a relationship with their parents or something like that, but some people can't go to their parents for that therapeutic situation. So of course you got to subsidize somebody else to do it for you. If that makes sense.
I
Like
couldn't because I'm the favorite. So my mom gonna rock with me no matter what, and it sucks because at times like I do need that
Yo, Tim.
bluntness.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of parents, they sit there and won't reveal something to you only because
Can't hear you.
they don't want to address to anybody else. You know what I'm saying?
For me,
I'm like,
like I said, I couldn't go to my mom and get the realness. Like,
that's what yeah, that's what I'm trying to get
so
to. Like,
talking to my therapist was great because it was somebody on the outside looking in, and they're not gonna kiss my ass and just agree with me because I'm their kid. Like, if I'm
right,
wrong, I'm fucking wrong. But also just working on the shit that I need to work on. Like for the longest, like, so you don't know me, but I got 6 kids by 5 men. I've been married twice, both of them for 6 years. And then my other 3 baby daddies, I was with them for over 2+ years, except for my latest one. We weren't even in a relationship. My son is a complete accident. But I was able to get therapy because for me, I realized like there was a thing in me that was like I couldn't be single. For whatever reason, I had this phobia of just being by my fucking self. So between my 5th kid and my 6th kid, I was alone for a year. And then now I've been single for a year. Like, and it's something that I don't have to be in a relationship. Like I was in a relationship, like I said, when I had my son.
Hey,
But
Jesse.
yeah,
Right now, I don't know what your phone is on, but you got a vibration when you talk.
okay. I got my Bluetooth on. Let me turn it off.
it could be a head. You want a headset? Yeah, that could be it.
Is that better?
The feedback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man,
I have my
I understand exactly what you're saying, but it's like these conversations that we have on a live or we have anywhere. It's like a lot of times, especially when we talk about our mothers, they'll do certain stuff and we won't call them out on it and we'll just let it keep going by. And that's what happens. This starts to happen not only between the relationship between the child and the parent, this happens between their relationship with other people. And nobody wants to call it out. And then we talk amongst each other, but a lot of people don't have that intervention with their own parents because whatever fear that you might have, it's like sometimes you just got to put yourself out there and have that conversation. You'll get the answer you want. It might not be the one that you probably want, but it's something that you probably need to hear. And so you go on from that. And I feel like a lot of times we have this conversation, but we know where we want to get that nurturing stuff from, but won't call it out. A lot of times it ain't people that's absent that's the problem, it's the people that are present.
Tim, I'm gonna send you the link.
So we'll sit there because we can sit here on this live. If we get like a bad dad or whatever, people can talk about that all day straight. And we probably get more people on this live for that. They'll flood the comments. But when we talked about what our mother's not giving to us or what they're not providing for us, people act like, well, I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm like, you do know. Like, so stop playing. You do know. You do know when you try to get that nurturing stuff from the person, from that individual, you don't speak up on it. So it's like the young lady just said, like she can get it from her mother. And a lot of people ain't get it from their mother, but they won't actually call it out. So a lot of stuff don't stem from people that's not around you. It's like, because I I had a dude working my job, and I always was trying to figure out why he's so aggressive, why he's always combative with people. And then it's like one day I gave him a ride. I normally don't give people rides in my car, but I gave him a ride. He was on his phone talking to his mother, so he about like 17, and he's just trying to finish school and stuff like that, trying to get a ride somewhere. And I get his mother cuss him out on the phone. He's like, I can see it in his face. I'm like, bro, I can take you to school. I'm like, why your mother can't take you to school? And his mother, she's really aggressive, and she beats on bro. And he won't say nothing because that's his mother. But anybody else come to him sideways, he ready to take their head off. Like, so it's like a lot of problems stems at home. But he ain't gonna call his mother out, even though she's abusive. Like, I seen what she did, and I seen how she embarrassed him in front of the people. So I'm like, when somebody say something to him and talk him sideways, he let his mother beat him up, but he won't let nobody else beat him up. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? Real stuff, people don't want to talk about it. But it's like, if it's your father, we can talk about our dads all day, how bad, but they wasn't there. Like, that's easy for to talk about. When it comes down to mothers being toxic, nobody wants to call it out there, sit there and allow it happen. And then we wonder why we have a society of women say the stuff that they say, being combative, becoming more violent and confident, being more violent because we don't call out the women in our lives.
That's true. That's 1000% true.
People don't do it, and I be like, I see it happen, but then it's like, no, that's my mother. And I remember I had another buddy, like his mother stole money from him, and I was like, why you ain't called your mom on that? He was like, well, that's my mom, and she raised me. I said, no, your mother is supposed to raise you. That's her duty. It's not a privilege for your mother to be a mother. It's not a privilege. Like, she brought you in this world, she's supposed to do that stuff. Like, she owes you that. It's not a privilege that parents being a parent to you. Like, come on now. I hate when people do that. Like, you ain't asked to be here. I said, so you gotta set that boundaries for everybody. It's not just men. You said it with women because I said, you're not gonna let a grown man do it, you're gonna let a woman do it either. Like, we can't be playing favorites out here. And that's what happens. We can't be playing favorites. We let people do stuff and then we be like, oh no, I ain't gonna let you do it, but I'm gonna let this person do it. Like, you can't do that. So it's a sticky situation where some people are like, that's my mother, she raised me. I'm like, you can't use that. Like, that is your duty. Like, you have to do it. So your mother being a mother, whatever said to do for you, that's what you're supposed to do. But and vice versa, when fathers do the same stuff for his children, people are like, oh, you're supposed to do that. I was like, why is it like that? Like, why is it so one-sided? And that's the point I try to get to. Like, why we can't make everything one-sided. It's like, it's either we're gonna be on one page or we're not. We talk about toxic women, but are we calling them out? I could call out my brother. I could call my brother out when he messed it up. My brother might listen to me, but he's still responsible for his own actions. But you know, women could be around this messing up, being toxic, you know, being a financial burden, bringing children that they can't afford, and that's another burden that you're dealing with. Instead of having your whole circle of people on the right page, able to call each other out when they mess up, I think that's more productive.
Well, I can say when I did therapy and we were dealing with the fact that some of the issues that I do have in my relationships, and one of my biggest ones was the way that I talk to men. And then breaking that shit down, I realized I get that shit from my mom. When I say my mom is the sweetest person, will give the shirt off her back to anybody she knows except her husband. My mom talks so reckless to her husband, won't share with him or nothing, but she'll share with everybody else. So what I would, instead of calling her out, like you said, I sat down and had a conversation with her. I was like, listen, in therapy, like, this is what we went over. And I told her, I was like, I feel like these are the certain things that I picked up from you when it comes to relationships that I don't like. And I was like, you don't have to change who you are. I'm like, I'm just saying, like, this is what was projected up on us. And now this is what, like, you know, I deal with. So now, like, with my own daughters and my own kids, like, I make sure, you know, the buck stops here. Like, I'm not doing that shit to my daughters. Like, they need to know that they need to see me loving a man like a man is loving me. Not cutting it down.
Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm single.
Why your son crying?
No, I'm single. So
yeah, because I mean, that's the other thing I want to talk about too. Like, the example we setting for our children is like, you know, when people have conversation, they be like, well, I don't see the representation on TV and all this other stuff. I need this representation that I need in magazines. And it's like the representation is supposed to start at home, because most people we talking about that have representation on TV, they already had their representation at home. So they're not necessarily building their representation that they want. And it's like, we're not doing that. Like we hoping that we have a chance to like get on TV, we have a magazine, write the stuff out. We want to go about it in a public way instead of we can do that in our own community instead of subsidizing outside of our neighborhoods, subsidizing on TV and stuff like that. Like that representation needs to be at home. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of people don't want relationships or want to be faithful in relationships because what they saw happen at home. So we got to deal with fixing and repairing our home, because if you repair the home, you repair the neighborhood.
That's true. That's absolutely true. I tried to add Tim on here. He came on for a second and then was
Yeah.
Like, because we don't need representation on TV. I'm like, if we fix our home first, once we go outside of the home, it'd be a lot better. But if
But this
we
is the
don't,
thing. You got women don't want women are not accepting their position.
that is true. But I get that, because the only thing that's going to fix women, because they have too much back and too many people backing up. Only way you won't fix this dynamic of power is stop financing the problem and stop bringing your attention to the problem. Because we have power with our attention. We have power in everything. Like if we don't like a show, we don't like a business, we don't have to give them our services. And we feel like we should be giving people our services on top of feeding them. And it's like, you're gonna give it to me anyway. What's the point of changing? So you gotta build something so you have to incentivize for people to change. And it's like you have to incentivize for people to change. You can't.
But we're talking about bioculturons. We're talking about biology, culture, and environment, though, dog. Like the problem is, wait a minute. The problem is that women have bought into a system. We're talking about modern women. We're not. I hope if you're talking about just getting a new group of women that haven't been tainted by this European capitalist feministic mindset, okay, that's something to do. But even with the idea of monogamy, the machine that we're going against is stronger than that. A woman, most of these women don't understand that the best that they're going to get is a man that's going to have other women.
Yeah, but that goes back to what I'm saying. Like you can't feed into the environment, because you know what I'm saying. In retrospect, it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? Back in my day, I grew up in a disciplinary neighborhood. So if I got in trouble in school, I had my neighbor or somebody else correcting me then. So it wasn't just corrected in one spot. Because some people, they keep doing what they're going to do because they're like, well, I can act this way over here, but I can act this way over here. And it's like, in my day, you got in trouble, their next door neighbor had permission to check you. But it's like people now don't want you to check their children. So we still got to talk about the neighborhood. We still got to talk about the neighborhood. We talk about the household. Like all of this stuff has to all be together. Like it has to all work together. It has to all work in unison. It can't be just, well, you good over here, but when you go outside this house, you act the fool. And you know, they have their chance to keep practicing being a certain way. So I can't control the environment. What I'm saying is, but I'm saying if you have this in your household, then we actually understand you shouldn't act a certain way, because if word get back, children nowadays not worrying about being punished when they get home. They don't have to worry about that. They act up in school. Their mama's too worried about what's going on at work or trying to get their degrees and stuff like that. So they ain't worried. Because
that's a culture.
Yeah, it's a culture
that was established inside of your neighborhood. That was a culture, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We dealing with a cultural problem.
Huh?
We dealing with a problem.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I just want to check.
I feel like it's a cultural problem, but I'm like, you got to be somewhere where the culture is conducive to what you're trying to do.
Hey, yo, bro, right? I hear what you're saying, right? But I don't care who child it is. If I see you, I'm checking you. I don't care. right? What happened was is that when people started checking kids and the
Yeah,
parents came and started saying shit, and the first time the parents said something, as soon as the next time they seen them do something, they said, well, I ain't checking them because they parents gonna beef about it. Fuck they parents beefing about it. You still gotta do something. Period.
yeah. I'm not neglecting that. I'm not doing nothing at all. I'm just saying the culture. The
Most
culture.
people, I'm not
So yeah,
saying you, I'm not saying I'm just speaking in general. That's what happened is that people started beefing about, yo, don't say nothing to my son, don't say nothing to my daughter. And then the next time the person see their daughter or kid doing something, they don't say nothing. Or they don't do it. I'm
I
still
know.
doing it. I don't care if your father is the president. If you out of line in my presence, you getting checked.
Yeah, a lot of our community, a lot of people are soft. They got real soft. Like because when we talk about another community, they still police their own community. Like when you call the police, you call on the police from a community that they police their own community, so they can check their kids, they can lock up their kids. Like when it comes to us, it's like we're still want to subsidize correction is even going to be from the police or the school or all that other stuff. It's like we got to be able to police our own neighborhoods the way it should be, and that's what goes back to what I said when I was growing up. Like you couldn't act the fool. Like it always was bad kids in our neighborhoods. It was always bad kids, and we knew the bad kids. But it's like now the bad kids are able to influence the kids that not as bad. But guess what? They want to link up with the
That's
gang
not
members
true.
because they
That's
feel
not
connected.
true. Yo, listen, bro. Like somebody just said, I heard. It all starts at home, right? Because I
Yeah.
got a 14-year. Listen. I got a 14-year-old right now, and this is first year high school.
Mhm.
You can't convince my son to do nothing. Nobody can't convince him to do nothing that he do not want to do. If he did something, there's no way he could tell me, well, they made me do it or they did it. No, I don't want to hear that shit. So no, ain't none of that. We not doing that. If y'all want to do that, y'all go ahead and do that. But I'm not doing that shit. It start at home.
But what the thing, yeah, it starts at home because they know you gonna go correct it. A lot of children are just being what I want to say. They just somebody just telling them they being bad. Blah blah blah. We don't have
There's no
we don't have
discipline
people. Yeah, we
because there's
we
no
have people.
fathers.
Belt
There's
Yeah,
no
off.
we have
discipline.
people.
Take my belt off. I don't give a fuck about the consequences, nothing. If I gotta take my belt off in the fucking street and whip a kid ass, I'm taking my belt off and whip their ass. And
Yeah,
whatever happens after that shit. But I'm gonna whip their motherfucking ass, and then I'm gonna talk to their ass and tell them why I whipped their motherfucking ass. Because
yeah,
that's the
but
whole shit. Is that a lot of people just telling kids, yo, do this because I said so. Do this
right.
because I said so. Do this because I said, nah, man, it ain't about that. The more you be honest with your kid and upfront with your kid, the more your kid gonna be honest and upfront with you. So it comes from the household. Like you was just talking about the kid was his mother was screaming at him and yelling at him and all that shit, right?
Mhm.
My son go through that sometimes with his mother. He come and tell me, yo, look, right? I don't like that lady. I only love that lady because that's my mother. But I don't like the shit she do.
A lot of people ain't honest about when the women in our family doing stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's situation is a little bit different. I'm just saying, your immediate family, or do y'all have like open communication, correcting each other, saying some bullshit, and you calling them out on it? And a lot of
I
people,
call everybody out, even my mama. My
I know
mama,
I'm
listen,
saying, I'm saying
check this out. My mama had 3 of my little cousins from her sister, adopted them. She was doing them dirty. The government was giving her plenty of money. She was doing them dirty. Nobody was saying nothing. I checked the ass. Yo, look, check this out. Stop buying these kids this bullshit ass clothes when you get money from them. It's not yours, it's theirs. Stop fucking doing this shit for these niggas. Fuck them niggas. Do for these kids. That's what you got them for, to take care of them. You took them, take care of their ass. I don't play that shit, bro. For my whole family, and my whole family know it. Everybody who know me, know it. I'm gonna speak up. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, people know me too. I speak up on a lot of shit, but I'm just saying a lot of people are not fortunate on that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not enough of us to go
A
around.
lot
It's
of
not a
people
culture,
they just don't do it. They
It's
just
not
don't.
enough.
bro. It's not enough of us.
It's not
See,
enough
back in
people.
the day, I'm old enough to know my grandpa and my grandma, they from a small town of 300 people down in Arkansas. Now I'm a city boy, so I had to go down to that motherfucker every summer and live the country life with they ass. You know what I'm saying? Now in this town, everybody in this motherfucker I'm related to, and if I'm not related to them, they married one of my cousins or some shit where shit is like I'm related to these motherfuckers. You walk down the street, motherfuckers look at you and say, "Oh, you must be Shay Jr. grandson. You look just like them Cub Clagers." I remember going to that motherfucker. It's literally it's literally a track that separates the black people from the town and the white people. The black people from the town is related to the white people. They're related. They're family. The black people is related to the white people. Everybody is family. It's just that they live by that southern shit, right? Motherfucker, walk down the street. You see Miss Woodard. You see Mr. Dean. Like Tim. Tim got his shit. Back in the day, you could say, Mr. Tim told me that you did XYZ. You get a whooping from Mr. Tim, and then you get a whooping from Miss Woodard, and then you get a motherfucking whooping when you get home from your grandma and your grandpa. Nigga, that's a culture.
Right. That's a culture back there from home.
They broke up our culture, homie. We was close. We was family.
Johnny, you know what stopped all of that? The little white boy who took his mother and fought to the court for beating his ass back in the early 80s.
Yes.
I mean, we
took his parents to court and he won. And right after he won, they stopped. It was like, all right, you can't beat your kids no more.
I mean, but a lot of parents too, you just can't be soft. I mean, we can sit there and say, "Oh, the system changed." It's like, well, you change the system.
No. Listen, bro, you got to understand something, right? Is that if you put your hands on them kids, they coming to get you, right?
But then,
I'm gonna let you talk. Let me. If you put your hands on them kids, they coming, right? And 9 out of 10 times, they're gonna lock your ass up. Now, check it. So that made parents scared to do shit because kids going, I'm gonna call the cops. They don't want to go to jail. They gotta pay rent. They gotta go to work. They got shit to do. They don't got time for that shit. So that softened them up. Softened a lot of them up. And I'm gonna tell you, and the police told me this too, because I whipped my son ass in the mall, and some lady said, I'm calling the cops. And I told the bitch, call the cops. I'm gonna stand right here and I'm gonna wait for them when they come. And the cop came and he was like, yo, you got to call saying that. I said, yeah, I just whipped his ass. And I'm going to keep whipping his ass because if I don't whip his ass, then your son is going to be locking up my son. And I'm not going to have that shit. So,
but when they shoot up schools and shit, it's our fault too.
His ass a kid right in front of you. Police just like that. I don't care, bro. And you got to be like that.
Well, can I say this?
Police.
Well, can I say this? Even with disciplining our children, that goes back to I'm saying about the household. Like when homeboy was getting beat up, like his mother beat on just because he ain't listen. And it's like you getting beat up because you're trying to just question something, not because you're trying to be insubordinate. Like you questioning certain stuff. It's like do as I say, just do what I want you to do, and that type of abuse. There's a difference between being abused and then being disciplined. Don't discipline them just because you're angry. You're not getting your way. So you got to understand the dynamics of the household. You just not beating your kids just because you can't.
But see,
I'm like, it's a thin line between. It's a thin line between when your child is being abused and then if they do call the police. Like it's a very difference because it's like when a child goes through something, y'all don't ask them questions. Like some people are being abused versus discipline.
Yo, I know I was abused, bro. I was
different. Being abused.
All my brothers and sisters. I was abused. I know what it is. That's why I fuck with the kids. I know what it is. I was
some people abused, bro.
Stomped out, thrown downstairs, punched in the eye, all that shit, bro. Grown ups at 8, 9 years old. From grown ups.
Yeah,
I know the shit. The verbal abuse, the physical abuse, the mental abuse. I went through
Right.
that shit. And I promised myself when I turned 18 that I was going to I seek revenge. I'm not like everybody else. I really sought revenge and I got my revenge. And I made sure that no kid I'm around will ever be abused. Never. And I can tell when I'm talking to a kid if they being abused because I've been abused. I know the signs. That's why I
Yeah,
fuck with. I
that's
don't
why.
care if you
Like,
abusing a kid, if you their mother or father, I'm still fucking you up. And then when the police come, the police come. But I'm not gonna let you do that to no kid, not as long as I'm a black, white, green, yellow, or blue.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. It's just like it's a lot of stuff to unpack because when we talk about family household, it's like it's so much to unpack and want to be delicate, but sometimes it's just like you just gotta rip that band-aid off, and it's just some stuff. It's a lot
I
to unpack.
I ain't even putting a band-aid on. You ain't
No, I'm
getting a
just saying
band-aid.
it's a lot of stuff that goes on. So it's like you want to get to the raw part, but at the same time, you want to be able to like give them space to heal because a lot of black people they've been through post-traumatic stuff through their whole lives with slavery and all this other stuff. And you don't have nowhere you can go where you just like chill and like save yourself for that time that you need to have. It's like you can go there
Yes,
and get it.
you do. I did.
I'm just saying in general, a lot of people don't. I'm not
No, no.
saying I'm not
All
giving it a space for people to have excuses.
person.
I'm just saying in
I'm
general.
gonna tell you why I say that too. That is all in the person, right? Because a lot of shit that I used to do, I look back at it and I was like, hold up. The common denominator in all this shit is me. I
We get
accept the responsibility for that shit, that it was nobody else's fault but mine. The times I went to jail, the reason I had kids, the reason I ain't graduated high school, the reason I ain't finished college was
but that's not but
everything is my
that's
fault. So
but
when I'm saying, oh, bro, hold on, because I'll let you talk. I'm gonna be quiet in a minute. But everything is my fault. When I say this, it's all in a person. And if you want it, you gonna have it for yourself. And that's period. I don't fuck all the excuses and all the because of this and because of that, because of this. No, because of the fucking person who really want it, it's gonna happen. And that's it. Period.
all right.
Period.
I understand that part, but bro, I'm not talking about me personally. We're not talking about you personally. We are talking about individuals.
Right.
I'm
I'm
just
saying individuals.
you saying you but you're what you're saying, what I'm hearing is that you feel like because you did it, everybody else supposed to do it.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying.
no. I didn't
I'm
say
just
supposed to do it. I said if they want to do it, it's all in them. I didn't say supposed to do it. See,
no. I'm
that's the
saying no.
key
I'm
word.
saying.
That's the key
I'm
word in your
saying.
sentence. The key
No.
word in your sentence is
I'm listening.
supposed to.
I'm
I didn't
listening
say
to you.
I said the person, it's up to them to do it.
It
They
is.
do it, but it's up to them. A lot of people don't do it because they don't want to experience the pain and they don't want to take accountability. That's it, bro. That's it. That's the facts. That's the facts. They
I'm
take
talking about.
accountability for the
I'm talking
bullshit that they did in their life that they think other people's done. Fuck.
No,
All right, all right. We're gonna take a break real quick and look inside of the comment section. Hold on to your thoughts.
All right, I'll be
It's
right
getting
back.
spicy up in here. It's getting spicy. We got a good debate going on.
I'll be right back. Give me a second, y'all. I'll be right
All
back.
right, yeah, go ahead, mute your mic, man. We got some new people coming on here, man. What's happening, man?
It was good, gang. What up?
Look at the dog. Look at the big homie. Look at you out here outside. We got Rashida in the chat. She says she just getting on. What's up, Sheeta Boo? Go ahead and shoot that request over here so we can chop it up a little bit. Hazel Taki said it got nothing to do with white people, but kids do need discipline. Oh shit, we got a light skin in the building. What's up? A super light skin. Hey, white people do got their own culture and they do shit a certain type of way. Let's just keep it real. They do. We all everybody got different cultures. I think black people and Hispanics are more got more similarities when it comes to raising their children than white folks. I mean, white folks are just different. Unless
Yeah,
they from the South, them Southern white folks whip their kids' ass.
yeah. You don't even got a lot of kids. You don't even got to beat. You just got to give them the serious face that you're not playing.
Right. Yamina Thomas said all kids don't need to be whooped. That just complimented what you just
Yes,
said.
they don't, and that's a true fact. All kids don't need to be whipped. Like I just said, all you gotta do is give some of them kids the face.
Yeah,
Because
I'm the nigga. I'm the kid that
That's
needed
true.
to be
That's
whooped.
true. I got multiple, and I discipline them all differently. So yeah, you're right.
Hazel Taki said kids keep anger, and when they grow up, they take it out on anyone that reminds them of the person that abused them.
Yep.
Trey Anthony G said
She
he's
never mind
serious.
for that shit, and they don't even listen, Donnie. And the funny shit is that the person don't even have to be doing nothing to the kid, just because the kids see them doing some shit that happened to them, they want to fucking step in. It could be somebody else, and they'll want to step in just because, oh shit, that shit happened to me, and they doing that shit to them. Nah, I'm not gonna let that happen because I'm like that. If I see somebody doing some shit that I seen to happen to me as a kid, I go crazy, bro. I just lose my mind. It don't have to be to me.
Keon, go ahead, get up on here. I'm gonna send you a request. I don't know if you're able to do it. I'm just assuming that like you just got time to jump up on here. She'd have said I'm in the bathtub. Woo wee chocolate thing. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with soaking that thing. Soak
Hey,
that thing.
I'm about to get up off here. I got an event to get to. But
Hey, and you look good tonight, man. I see you out there. You put that
Everybody
shit
else in the
on.
house.
You put that shit on.
thank you. Y'all
Tell
good
both
Hey,
time.
sides,
well,
say
you
what's
tap
up.
in with us. Thank you for tuning in with us.
I'll tell both times you said what up.
Good luck.
Let's get down to the homie, man. Let's see what he talking about, man.
Talking about.
So what you thinking, bro?
What's good,
What
gang?
you thinking, man? You
Man,
like
Okay.
a superstar, man.
I'm
What's going on?
I'm trying to pick up where the topic at, man. I'm trying to. He had a lot of shit to say. What's the debate?
Well, the first thing that we was talking about was violent women.
Okay.
Okay. And we was talking about I don't know how we got deep off in the rabbit hole of children, but we end up getting there. First, the topic is about violent women and how they get away with doing certain things. We read an article about did you see the article on the page about the chick that stabbed her boyfriend and he ended up dying?
Yeah, that shit was in Chicago, actually.
Do you remember what happened? What are your thoughts on that situation?
Shit, just motherfucking giving your seed to the wrong female. Yeah, that sounds like some out west shit though. But yeah, whenever you have a woman raising a child by herself and poverty, shit like that gonna happen. 25% of women on some type of mental health medication, bro. Shit not right. It's not normal. A single mother, you get what I'm saying, playing mom and dad. And then most of the time, the ones that's popping these children out don't even deserve to have fucking kids. So yeah, I peeped it. I peeped it a little bit or whatnot though, but it's just some fucking Chicago shit.
Okay. So what do you think about that, Tim? What do you think about the original topic? What do you think about women getting violent with men? Like, what do you think about that? Where does it start?
Listen, my mother always told me is that if a woman put her hands on you, the first one is free. The second one, just how she hit you, you hit her ass back.
Hey, the sister girl, what's up, Crystal? Sister girl took that knife, ran past Buddy, ran past her uncle to get to Dog and stabbed him in
My
his leg.
sound died.
Huh?
I can't hear y'all. My sound died for some reason.
Damn. It went down. Whatever just happened. Everybody. We've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes, man. We've been thugging it tonight, man. I still got shit to do. We thugging it though. Shout out to everybody that's on here right now. We're gonna try to thug it out for at least 30 more minutes, man. Where's everybody else at? Oh, I think maybe everybody on the live stream fell off. Hold on. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe we've been on the live stream for too long. Maybe we've been on the live stream for too long. I don't know what happened. Maybe we can send our guests some more stuff. I can't even remove them from the stream.
I'm still here, bro.
Okay, I didn't know what was going on. Hey, if you still on the live stream, let me know. Go ahead, send the request back. I end up getting people up off of here.
No, I keep taking you out and then putting you back in, so I don't know what's going on. I'm not doing that. Just doing something real quick.
All right, we back. God damn. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Come on, StreamYard. What's happening?
Yeah, he took my sound off. I couldn't hear them.
So we in here, we back at it. So yes, it has time limits. Damn, I fell asleep, didn't even know you was going live. Well, I'm glad you in here now. Go ahead, shoot that request back, y'all. I get y'all back on here. I didn't kick y'all off the stream. It was the stream, but we've been thugging it for a minute. But yeah, she ended up pushing past her uncle and stabbed dude in the leg, but this was after she stabbed him in the neck before. Jesus.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like, wow. See, I don't what listen. Yo, Donnie, you know what a lot of that comes from, bro? A lot of that comes from dudes not having their own shit. Because if he had his own shit, that shit wouldn't have happened.
Oh my God, bro, don't be preaching like that.
That shit wouldn't have happened. Cause yo, look, that shit don't happen in my house. I'm the king of this castle. It don't happen. It happens because these dudes don't got their own stuff. So the women holding that shit against them. Like, I ain't letting you use my car today. Nigga, you shouldn't be using her car. You should have your own car. They fear men that got their own shit. That's why they fuck with them Sims. So they can control the Sims because the Sims don't got nothing, and they can pinch the Sims off piece by piece, little by little, to keep them around. Yeah, they gonna deal with shit. They gonna pay just to have a nigga there and to have some dick. That's it. That's why most of them let niggas ride their car. That's why most of them let them spend all their money and eat all their shit and play the kids' PlayStation and shit like that. Buy them Jordans and all that. It's because I want everybody else to know I got a man, even though he dogging me out. Even though he dogging me out, I got a man.
He dogging him out. But how is it really him dogging her out if she's in the power position, bro?
Yes. Yes. Because he's doing all the shit. She want to get rid of the nigga. She don't really want the nigga there, but she holding on to the nigga to something else better come. He just in-house dick. That's it.
I don't think the violence coming from that.
I don't like the violence.
Normally nine times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, when a woman becomes violent, it doesn't matter your situation, how much money you have, the level of respect she has for you. It's the level of respect. A lot of dudes don't have respect. A lot of dudes don't have respect from women. That's why they cheat on them. They become violent. They do all types of stuff. It's a level of respect. So their relationship, whatever it stems from, is coming from that. And maybe she saw him get bitched by a couple dudes before. She like, you ain't shit, nigga.
So what you mean by cheating? Like to be cheating? Like, because me,
a girl will cheat on you because of the level of respect she has for you. If a woman don't respect you, you're not going to not only get cussed out in your household, you gonna get cussed out in public. You want to cuss out anywhere else because she has the power. But a lot of people nowadays just give their power to the female.
But most of the power that's where the power comes from. Not acting. She has all the power because she has.
It's girls that got power and she don't pay no bills. So it's not that. I'm sitting there telling you, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Problem. It is that I can attest to this being a hobosexual.
Yeah.
I can attest that the reason I got into that big shit with you know who, Tim. The reason I got into that big shit was because I wasn't in a position of financial power in that particular situation. So shit started to go south, even though I was moving how I wanted to move. When it came down to it, shit went south because a motherfucker had a little bit more leverage in the situation than I did at the time. And they tried to flex that leverage. And I wasn't going.
Yo, listen, right? To keep it real let's keep it 100. All right now. Let's keep it 100. All right. I had a bitch that was worth $1.2 million. Right, Donnie?
Okay.
The week that I moved in with the bitch, I took over. I ain't gonna fuck how much money she had. Just because I'm a dominant male and I'm a leader, your money is my money. Now that we in this relationship, your money is my money. Because if we in this relationship, that money is in one household, and I run the household. So no matter how much money you got, if you're not a real dominant male, you always gonna be a simp. Always. Because I don't care about how much money you got. I don't care if it's your house. Once we become a team in a relationship, I am the head of this household. And that's how it's going down. Period. If it's not going down like that, I'm out of here. I'm not about to deal with the yelling and the screaming and the fighting. And you're never going to do that with me. My chicks don't never do that with me. Never, ever have I had that problem. Stay in your fucking place. And that's it. These niggas are scared to tell the bitches, stay in your place.
That's a fact. That is a fucking fact.
And they can't check them, man. You can't check it. You can't check a bitch because number one, you ain't got the dominant mindset, or nigga, you ain't got the resources.
You don't need the resources. All you need is the dominant mindset.
There's a dominant mindset. You gotta test that girl. A lot of dudes don't test women. It's like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I dare you do something about it. Whatever she does from that point, then you know who you're dealing with.
Right. See, and then a lot of them don't show the bitches that they serious. Like if a bitch did some wild shit that I don't agree with, I'm walking away and I'm leaving.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't walk away. They
doing all
can't.
that shit. I'm walking away from you. I'm gonna turn my back and I'm gonna walk the fuck away from you. You go,
The power.
you go, this, that. Yo, listen, where I'm going, I'm out of here. If you gonna talk to me like that, then I'm not playing that shit. No disrespect. I'm not talking. So
Right. That's
I'm
right.
out of here. Go find you a simp and do that shit to him.
Exactly. A lot of dudes though can't just walk away from a female because they like, oh, what she's going to do with the next guy. Nigga, she probably already doing it. And that's why she catching an attitude with you.
Man, big time, big facts, man. The spirit of codependency will hold you back, man. I had that spirit, man, where I was scared, bro. I went from being a cat that'll move anywhere in America and go to any hood to being domesticated, where I didn't even want to go out the motherfucking crib and was worried about being uncomfortable instead of keeping my respect and my dignity.
Right.
Because that's what it is. You gotta move with power. With women, you have to move from a position of power. If you're afraid that you can walk away from her, that woman has a lot to worry about when you walk away from her. A lot. So in order for her to feel like she's comfortable enough to do what she got to do, that means she has to first feel like everything is on lock. You ain't gonna do shit, or she has somebody else to do the shit that you ain't gonna do. So a lot of stuff comes from that. Because a broad ain't got nothing, ain't got nowhere else to go. She won't tolerate her bullshit, and that's what a lot of feminists are coming from. Like my grandmother had to deal with him because we ain't have education, we ain't had that. So it's all about, it's like, what can she do based on what you doing to her? And is she willing to sit around and tolerate it versus she can just walk away from the situation? And you gotta be willing to walk away from the situation. You set your boundaries with her too. You tell her don't be coming out here going to the club every goddamn week or whatever the case may be. You gotta be willing to walk away from her if she does it.
Right.
You got to be able to leave a bitch in any circumstance.
Right.
But you listen, check this out, right? All right. Me and my bitch will go to the bar, right? And the nigga pull up on my bitch, start kicking it, one by a drink and all that shit. I be on the other side of the bar. I won't even go over there, nigga, because I'm a dominant male and I'm confident about what the fuck I do and where I got. I know that bitch ain't going leaving that bar with him. I drinks. I don't care because you a man. You gonna try. I'm not knocking you for trying. If you walk out with my bitch, then that means that wasn't my bitch. Period. So buy a drink. You want to buy 2 drinks? Buy 2 drinks. I don't give a fuck. But I bet you when I go, yo, let's go, she walking out the door with me. So talk to my girl. And I feel this way too. If you not looking at my bitch or trying to talk to my bitch, I need a new bitch.
If you ain't looking, I ain't on her. Yeah, that's real.
If you ain't looking at her or trying to get her, then I need a new bitch.
A lot. It's true. A lot of these bitches be gassing themselves up though about how niggas be pursuing them just in hopes that you'll see them in a better light.
Yo, I look at them all the same. My mother said to me, bro, I watch my mother dog niggas out like these women dog niggas out. I watch my mama do all that shit. And she told me all bitches are the same. And I treat them all the same way, even my mama. I call my mama a bitch and niggas be looking at me like, word, you called your mother a bitch? Yo, listen, it's true. You might love your mama and all that shit, but your mother's a bitch too. You just don't want to talk about it. You'll talk about your father, fuck that nigga and this and that. Talk about your mother too. Cause she a bitch. You should see the shit she do. You don't see the shit your mother do. See, I was my mother's favorite son, so I seen all the shit. I seen how her and her girlfriend tricked up niggas. I seen how they fake niggas out and all that shit, paying bills and all that shit, buying me sneakers. I saw all of that. So my mother told me, oh, yo, that's how it is. So unless you a dominant man, this is what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, you're gonna get ate.
That's what my mom told me this a long time ago. If you ain't a dominant man, you're gonna be a simp. You see what we doing to them? And I watched them in the bars and all that shit with my mother in the bar at a young age, watching my mother get these niggas for money. If you ain't a dominant male, You a simp. And you deserve everything that them bitches do to you. I don't feel sorry for none of them niggas.
Yay, bro.
Feel for
It's a
none.
scarcely mindset.
Everything a bitch give you and you take it, I don't feel sorry for you. You a
And
simp.
that's the honest to God truth, man. I don't even feel sorry for everything that was getting done to me, nigga. I deserved it.
Because you always have the power to give it away. It's yours to give away. See, a female can't take nothing from you. A female literally can't take anything from you without you giving it to her. Like, even if she saying, oh, this and that, whatever else she can say to you, it simply is up to you to take it or walk away from it. It's like,
yeah, but if you ain't got, if this the thing, the problem is with a lot of niggas, or in my situation was, nigga, I didn't have the type of motion, nigga, that I needed for personal self. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have the motion, nigga.
Right.
I didn't even have no motion.
Yo, Donnie, listen, right? I get that, right? And yo, I walked out of bitch crib with a knapsack, with a pair of shoes, red slacks, a tie, a shirt, and another pair of changing clothes and a Walkman, nigga, and walked the fuck out. Told the bitch, all right, you think I need you, bitch? I don't need you. I know how to make it. Bye. And I walked out. I slept on the bench. I didn't give a fuck. But trust me, within a month or two, I was back on my feet. Because I'm a male. I know how to get money. I know how to get possessions if I want it. Bitch, I was trying to show you how life was being with a real motherfucker.
You as a man, we gonna go through shit. Like, that's what comes with it. Like, it's a lot of shit that you go through, and it's for you to use that as ammo to make yourself better. Like, you're gonna go do some weird shit, and it's to teach you a lesson. Like, we here now talking about shit just basically because you went through it. It was for you to go through it and do something about it.
Right.
So a lot of dudes are going through stuff, but they didn't get the lesson. So that's what I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna go through some wild shit, especially as men. You're gonna go through some wild shit, but it's there.
No, not me, bro. Never am I. No, I'm not going through it.
No, I'm saying you're gonna go through some shit. That's
no,
there.
I'm not. No. You might go through some shit. Some other niggas might go through some shit with some bitches, but I'm never going through shit with no bitches.
I ain't talking about bitches. I'm not talking about bitches. I'm just talking about in general. You're gonna go through some shit that was there for you to teach you something because somebody else wasn't there to teach you. So you're gonna go through some shit through life just because. I'm not talking about women right now.
Right, yo,
we just talking about life in general.
Get you on that. Yo, listen, I get you on that. But
I'm just saying, you're gonna go do some shit, bro.
Sit, but get me on this one. Now,
you ain't gonna know what
I'm at peace with myself. Peace with myself, bro. Right now, it's nothing that can bother me, bro. Nothing at all. It's nothing that can bother me. I've been like that for the past 3 years. I found myself, and I looked in the mirror and took accountability for all that shit, and I'm at peace with myself. I lifted all that anger, all that hurt, all that abuse. I lift that shit up off me, bro. And I said, yo, look, I looked at my uncle. Why my uncle fucking knocked me in the head? Because I did some shit to aggravate him, and he was in his motherfucking aggravation, and he took it out on me. I looked at all that shit, and it took it off me. Right now, I'm a free man. I'm happy as a motherfucker. There's nothing on this planet that can take that shit away from me. Nothing. I just lost, and Donnie will tell you, I lost 2 grandkids. I lost my daughter to jail. I just lost my brother, my aunt, and my fucking cousin a month ago. Not even 2 months, a month ago. Still happy as a motherfucker because I know that that's God plan, not mine. I'm happy. There's nothing on this earth could take that shit from me. Not no chicks, no nothing. My bitch, I just told Donnie, my bitch was acting up in here. I put that bitch in a car and drove that bitch to Oklahoma and dropped her at her sister's house. Get the fuck out my car. She got out, grabbed her shit. I didn't even look at it. I peeled off and drove my ass back to Arizona. Nothing is gonna fuck with my happiness, bro. Nothing.
That's a lot of work.
I hope, yo, listen, it's not hope, not pray that other brothers get that. That's what I said. The accountability, you gotta look at yourself. And if you really want it, you're gonna get it. And I hope other brothers learn, like you said, through the trials and tribulations they went through. I hope they learned that, yo, I went through the trials and tribulations because of me. And once they learn that shit, you free, bro. I'm free. Nothing can fuck with me, bro. Nothing can bother me right now. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Man, that's a good way to close the show, too. That's an excellent way to close the show, man. That's an excellent way, man. Damn. What a motherfucking show tonight, man. What a motherfucking show.
Brothers, it was good to see you tonight. I love y'all niggas. I hope.
Hey, love you back, homie. Hey,
I hope you find your peace, bro.
We all will.
Yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna
That's
get there.
my saying, bro. That's my saying to you, bro. I hope you find your peace.
All right, brother.
Shit, I'm trying to find that motherfucker too. Hey man, I'm chill, bro. Yeah, nigga ain't got to figure it out. You know, you gotta respect. Hey, you know what, man? You nigga, that's the problem with us today is that we don't have wise counsel. And
right, that's what I'm trying to get to. Like the wise counsel, bro. We need it.
You gotta have. You see, back in the day, we had OGs.
Yeah, we had people that snatched you up. Like the first person that snatched me up was some drug dealer, and he showed me his child support check, and he was like, "Bro, don't ever go around getting a girl pregnant just because you think you love her." And I saw his check, and I was like, "That's nice." He said, "No, look what they took out." And I said, "Oh no, nah. That's extortion." Extortion.
If you back east, nigga, you see them niggas be on the corner. Cold water, get your cold water, get your cold soda, cold soda, get your cold water, boy. You gotta have some money, boy. If a bitch is getting you for a bag, you gotta get triple a bag, nigga. You gotta sell weed, coke, motherfucking soda, motherfucking peanuts, bananas, every motherfucking thing.
That nigga, yo, but I gotta go back, but yo, them your kids. If I don't want to extortion because I still got right now, but that's my, you know, I spend money on my gift the job. That responsibility. So, do right.
Breaking up real bad with me.
Yeah, man, that was the OG, man. We had a young head and my man sounded like he was.
Sound like Ultron.
he sound like Planet Rock. We gonna rock tonight.
Yeah, because I was like, hold up, is it me? I was like, fuck.
Nah, that's the realest day. That's Big Tim, man. He OG, man. He keep me on my toes. And he the one that did the Don Trey shirt the other night.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Yeah, he legit. He legit. Real OG. We did a lot of great things in the community together. We did some shit. Nigga, we had the whole city on lock. Like, ain't no lie. Man, we had the whole city council. We had the lieutenant. We had the police chief. We had lieutenant governors. Like, we were throwing balls and shit before niggas came in, circumvented it on some bullshit. Nigga, we had the whole city on lock. And he got an organization called Do Daddies where he helps the unfortunate kids in the community. And you know, he get them lined up and he throws events, man. He's a real activist out here. That's how we all start rocking with each other, is through activism. And then it evolved into other shit. But
that's what's up.
Man, he's something like the truth. He's One of the most loyal people I've ever met. You ain't got to worry about Tim on that bullshit. Tim is solid. Tim is solid. You don't got to worry. When you point out the snakes, you ain't never going to look that way.
Got you.
And he's battle tested. I was able to see it in real time, like with hundreds of people on, you know what I'm saying, on that bullshit. Like, nigga, that nigga is, hey, he a real one. He is a real one, man.
Yeah, we ain't got a lot of real people out here though. That's the thing. We ain't got a lot of real people.
Oh, he's from a different generation. He from Marcy Projects. Shit, that nigga grew up with Jay-Z.
I wouldn't put too much faith in Jay-Z, but that's another topic.
Well, what I'm saying is he came from the hood.
Yeah, I feel I think all of us did. You know, it's what you get out of it.
Hustling.
Everybody get something out of the hood. You know, everybody get love.
But when you hood conscious, you're a different animal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You see some things you shouldn't have saw.
But it's the consciousness that come along with it. It's the wisdom that come along with the street smarts.
Yeah, a lot of people in the streets. A lot of people in the streets, but they don't know.
Yeah, they ain't got that spiritual element, you know.
It's like you can watch a movie a million times, and then somebody point out something to you, and you be like, "Did you see that?" And you're like, "Nah, I ain't never noticed that." It's like we was watching the same program, you didn't see the same thing.
Yep. All right, man. I'm gonna go here trying to cop me something. I appreciate you doing what you always do, nigga. You always come on here and slam dunk it. Now we need to clip this show, and really, I'm gonna clip the shit out this show tonight. I'm not doing no more material until we get these clips.
Shoot, I was feeling that, bro.
That shit was hard, boy. You and Tim, y'all had a hell of a goddamn moment together, bro, tonight.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
wow.
I was like,
bro, I can't wait to clip that shit.
Yeah, that's some good shit. It's like, it was just being raw. It was just being real. It wasn't even nothing planned. It was just like, it was on top of my dome. I had to get it out.
Hey, shout out to all the misfits that's on here right now. Crystal, I appreciate you so much for being part of the team and keeping shit going. Well, whoever else is on here, Trey on here, Yamina on here. Man, much love and respect to all y'all, man. Queen of Virtue, you know we love you. We on here. We out of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in with us Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Central's time. We're going to try to get in and get out. Man, we just trying to keep this shit going, man.
I appreciate you giving us the opportunity, man, because it's you putting us on here for real.
Hey, man, one step at a time, you know. 124 at a time, my nigga. Hey, I appreciate y'all. I be learning so much. Especially, man, when I be going back clipping that shit. I have to really listen to what y'all have to say, and it be like, damn, these niggas is smart.
Yeah. I mean, we all need it. I feel like we all need this. So it's like people tune in because they need it. Like, nothing gonna grab your attention unless you're getting something out of it a little bit.
Oh yeah. You a young old school. You got that mindset, boy. You ahead of the curve. So, man, you be dropping, man. All right, we're gonna get up off of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all have a good night, man. Shout out to everybody that came on. We out.